Hey guys, welcome to the show. I am on my phone again because we are going to have a special time today. Let's see if this is all working. Welcome to the show. Yeah, everything is working fine. Everything looks good. Hey, they said that I can actually do backgrounds. Let's see if I can do background. Let's see if I can do backgrounds here. Camera. Nope. I guess not. All right, so welcome to the show. Welcome to the party. It is Saturday afternoon, and today we are going to be making bread in my new bread maker. Mom got this Black & Decker bread maker from Canada a year ago. Yeah, it was a year ago, October, before I went to the Philippines. So it's been over a year. She hasn't used it. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to have some fun and I'm going to make some bread because we can never get good bread here. And I haven't had the time to do it. We got it in October. I thought she was going to start using it. I was too busy last year. Then I was gone for 6 months. And when I came back, I was even busier when I came back. I haven't had really time to sit down and go through this thing. She had to get it, get the plug point, the plug. She had to get that changed to a Sri Lankan plug. Funny thing is, in our house, we have two outlets. One outlet is Sri Lankan, one outlet is North American power. So we have 110 and 220. So if your device is North American, it uses the North American current. So you have these plugs strategically placed throughout the house. Most electronics these days don't have to worry about that. But she figured, you know, since this device is already an North American device, might as well just use it. But the actual plug, you know, it's a Sri Lankan plug, the plug that plugs into the wall, whether it's 220 or 110. So anyway, we got that taken care of. Guys, I want to say thank you and lots of love to you for watching, liking, sharing. Just ignore my green screen back here because we're sitting at my desk. As you can see, I'm sitting at my desk in my room. So I want to say thanks and lots of love to everyone who is liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Wow, I'm not getting a lot of views, but that's because what I've done is I've taken a step back. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let the algorithm do its work without interfering with it. So I got rid of a lot of older videos, and you're going to see a lot of my older videos disappear. So I got rid of a lot of the COVID videos. Don't apply anymore. And that was screwing up with the algorithm because those titles were in there. So I got rid of a lot of those. My Korean videos are going to be put into one folder, one playlist. That's going to be put like the Philippine ones are going to be put into another one, and then all the Sri Lankan ones are going to be put into one. So that's going to be the focus. When I put the end cards, so the end cards are what happens at the end of the video. Something pops up and says, you know, click here for the next video. That is going to be pure Sri Lankan videos. So I'm going to let the algorithm do its work, and I'm going to allow it to slowly generate. Because every time I tinker with trying to do something, I notice that my view times go down. My average view time is 4 minutes. Even though I don't get a lot of views, you are watching on average my videos for 4 minutes. That is huge. Click-through rates are good. All of the numbers are good. I just need to grow my real subscribers, which are you. And I'm thanking you guys with lots of love. Mom and Dad also. They're out there having breakfast. It's, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know what time it is. In Sri Lanka, it's 10:30, but like I said, I live on Korean time, which is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I got a ton of stuff to do today. I have the whole day free until I have one class at the end of the day. I figured I'm going to do a live stream today. I was out shopping all day yesterday, picked up a whole bunch of stuff for the trip to Thailand. My brother arrives in 4 days, planning that, I bought a freezer bag, a collapsible freezer bag to take to the beach. I bought tea gifts for my friend in Thailand and my friend in Korea. Plastic sealable water bottles, 3 of them, so that we can drink on the beach. What else did I buy? Hand towels, so like when you're on the beach, you can just wipe your sweat and stuff like that. I bought a couple new shirts from House of Fashion. You guys are going to see that video coming up in a couple of days. I thought of an amazing idea for a video. You guys tell me, please comment below. Let me know what you think. So Dennis, who's one of our really good supporters, and I want to thank all of the supporters. Supporters are people who consistently comment and send me messages and things like that. Dennis is a strong supporter and sponsor. He actually sponsors the channel as well. If you like what I'm doing and you want to support the local economy, please click on my main channel and buy me a coconut. What I do is I take those money. I mean, I haven't actually redeemed the money. It's sitting in the account in Buy Me a Coffee in their website. But what I do is I go out and I spend that money on local farmers, not going to the grocery store. We go to the roadside stands and we buy food from them, fruits and vegetables and things like that. So he asked a really good question, is someone who would live here, how could they survive speaking only English? And that's a good question, because I speak both languages, and I have Desmond who speaks both languages, and my parents who speak both languages. I get by pretty well, but I've been here for 2 years, and my Sinhalese has gotten much better. I can't understand people a little bit when they talk slow, but I need to practice more, and I think it'll come to me, because I used to speak fluently. I used to speak Sinhala fluently. But I'm going to do a super video today or tomorrow. I'm going to edit that and get that out next week. I got fired from Carrot Global. I was thinking about that last night, and I'm going to do a huge like trash piece, because I don't live in Korea. They can come and sue me. I don't really care, because I looked online to see if there were any like reviews and stuff on that, and it's not a lot of Korean reviews, and I want a lot of Korean people to know about this company. It sucks. But the topic for today is, you know, how to live happy. What advice can I give to you that you didn't get when you were younger about finances? How to avoid the traps. I'm not going to talk about what is this mark that I have on my shirt? What the heck is this thing? It's like some kind of wax. Huh. Anyway, what mistakes did I make that I could pass on to you? So please make a comment below. Let me know what's going on. Let's go make some bread. Let's go see what mom and dad are doing. They're over there in the kitchen. Do I need this phone? Oh yeah, this has the recipe on it. All right, let's go over there. Let's see what they're doing. And Superstar Desmond's here. Desmond, say hi. Retna Siri's here. Retna Siri, say hi.
Hello,
hello. Okay, mom and dad are here. Mom, say hi.
Hi.
And dad, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, you're not on the video. You're just
Okay.
the video is facing towards me, because nobody wants to see you, Dad.
All right.
All right. So so what we have here is, yeah, mom and dad are just having breakfast there. So we have this Black & Decker bread maker that mom brought from Canada a year ago. 2 years ago. Before I went to Philippines. No, a year ago, Mom.
2 years ago.
Mom, I have the video. I have the video.
Yes.
2 years ago, I wasn't here, Mom. 2 years ago, I was not living in Sri Lanka.
I know that. It didn't matter.
Mom, this came when I was here.
No, okay, fine.
I have the video.
Okay.
Don't yell. You're live. How can okay, wait a minute. Let me ask you a question, okay? How can I know that it came and looked at it and had made a video about it if I wasn't here?
Okay.
It came October of 1 year ago, okay? You don't even know what day of the week is it?
Sam, we don't even stay in Canada in October. So forget it. We leave Canada by September.
And it took 3 months to get here.
No, we brought it with us.
You did.
Yeah,
You shipped it.
we shipped it in May.
And it came in October. Mom, I have the video.
Oh, right.
All right, so I love Mom. She hasn't. Have you had your coffee yet? All right, so I got the instructions here on how to make it. So it's really easy. You just put it in, push a couple buttons, and away you go.
You want some fruit?
But I have a recipe. I have to follow a recipe. So let's go make some bread. All right. All right. Yes, put that away. All right. So I got the yeast. I have to go by yeast. Salt, salt is right there. Okay. I have flour and oil. Mukadda? Mukadda? Yeah, I should. We've been trying to make egg hoppers. You guys, if you know Sri Lankan style, the egg hop, we have the material, we have the special bowls, the frying pans, but for the life of us, we had our cook do it, we had Mom try it, and they all come out too thick. And I think it's the consistency is not right. So anyway, let's look at the recipe. So, can I get a pot to mix this in, Mom? Can I get a pot to mix all of this in? So I have to mix all of this stuff together. Perfect. All right.
Orange juice
All right, 1 cup water. Three cups bread flour. I'm just going to pour the water in. Should have done it the other way around. But It's all getting mixed up anyway. So it's asking for 3 cups of bread flour. There's 1.
This is what is a big problem. This is definitely spicy.
2. Three. So let's all mix this up. Now, from what I understand, you're supposed to actually put it in the bread maker to allow the bread maker to make the bread. But let's just see what happens. Let's just mix it all up. Okay, so it's asking for 1 ounce. So this is 12 grams. So I have to figure out whether 12 grams is 1 ounce. Okay, so let's go. 1 package bread making yeast. A quarter of an ounce. So let's go to Google. Are you watching live? They're watching me live. All right. How many ounces is this 1.2 or 12? 12 grams. So this is 0.4 of an ounce. So it's half an ounce. And 0.4 of an ounce. So I only need half of this. For what I'm making. Okay. All right, 2 tablespoons white sugar. I had to buy white sugar because Mom uses brown sugar. I wanted to follow the recipe exactly. 2 tablespoons white sugar. Okay. Yeast, 1/4 cup. 1 tablespoon salt. Okay. And open this. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope things are okay for you. Comment, let me know how things are going. What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? Dennis was really kind enough to post a nice long see, and that was an interesting idea too. So 1/4 cup vegetable oil. One quarter cup. Ooh, I can already feel it getting warm from the yeast. So mix this all together. And then I guess you just put it in here in the bread making thing, and then put it into that's what I should have done it in there. That's what it's saying. But I just wanted to make sure it gets mixed properly before I put it in there. Because I didn't do it properly. All right, so put it in the machine, and that's it. That's it. That was fast. I thought it would take a lot longer. There's only 2 steps. All right, so it's all in there. So it's all in here. All right, so it goes firmly in there. Close the lid. Set the settings. So I already preset the settings. Let me just double check. Medium crust, 2-pound loaf, regular bread, and press start. Select the appropriate setting. Oh, For most settings, there's a 15-minute delay before the mixing cycle begins. Do not open the lid during the baking process. It started.
You okay?
Yeah. It's cooking. Nothing happening, it's just sitting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
to take?
No, don't touch, don't touch.
No, okay. Any time?
Maybe it says 3 hours.
What?
Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours.
That's it. You put it everything, then finish. That's it. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that.
Start, no?
Yeah, it started.
No lights?
No, yeah, no, that's it. That's it. No, it's mixing.
Ah.
It's mixing. All right. So that was it. That was it. Very simple, very easy. That was not complicated. That was not complicated. So I guess I made a mistake. The first mistake was mixing it outside the bread maker. So let's see what happens. You know, I have enough flour to make another loaf of bread. So if this one doesn't work out, I'll make another loaf. So, you know, you learn from your mistakes, right? So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, let's see what's going on. So I am off to Thailand for 1 month. And in the second week, my friend, you guys are going to meet her, Lady S, and she is coming in the second week. And she is a good friend of mine who I've known for 10 years. She's also a teacher. Also likes my lifestyle. Likes my lifestyle that I'm working remotely, making a lot of money, not spending a lot of money, and that I get to live on a beach, etc., etc., etc. So what you guys see all the time, right? So why is the going lighter and darker and lighter and darker? I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the video. I gotta figure out, that's my second project for today, is to figure out how to use the Insta360 to stream using StreamYard. Because I like using StreamYard. This application is really, really good. So if it looks like I'm leaning back, I am. Gosh, I'm going on different stories. You guys remember I was using a hand brace for a little while because I'm doing this with my neck, like this, sitting in my chair, constantly putting pressure on the back of my neck and on my shoulders. So the doctor has said that I have to sit like this, with my head back and my shoulders relaxed. So that's what I'm doing. When I'm sitting here at my desk, I sit back with my head in the headrest. I put a little note previously. Head back, head back, head back. To remind myself, to force myself to push my head back. So I am working on talking with Lady S about her work and what she does, and she is interested in this idea of living overseas and working. So she was saying, you know, let's think about working together, you know, getting a 2-bedroom or whatever, and living overseas. And I said, well, you know, that's something you're going to have to work hard at to decide about how you want to do that. And I'm going to share my experiences with her. You know, she's happy to come to Sri Lanka. I'm happy to do it in Thailand. The problem in Thailand is that it's the visa situation is expensive. You can get a visa, but it costs about $1,000 a year. I can live here for free. She, on the other hand, I'll have to figure out what kind of visa she can get. It shouldn't be too difficult. Shouldn't be too difficult. Then you know, and cost of living is so much cheaper, and it'll be so much cheaper if I can share it with somebody, because I don't mind moving out of mom and dad's place and paying rent. So today, yeah, we were going to talk about finances. Let me just pull up my notes. How the rich make money, and how you can too, and the mistakes I made. Well, the first mistake is I didn't learn enough about finances. If you're young enough, okay, first thing is don't take out credit cards, don't take out loans, don't get yourself into debt, because you might have the resources to pay a loan right now. But what happens if you have a medical emergency? What happens if you have a family emergency? What happens if you lose your job? Then your budgeting goes out the window. So what I have learned is don't buy something until you have the cash on hand. If you want to buy a big TV, save the money and then go buy it. By the time you go buy it, it's cheaper. You don't need those fancy things. Stop buying expensive, fancy things when you're young. You don't need them. You're only impressing nobody. Trust me on that. When you're young, you don't need that stuff. Okay? You don't need it. It's nice to have, it's not a need to have. Clothes, vacations. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back from vacations. You do need to live life, okay? That's goes against my principle. You do need to live life. So a vacation, yeah, take a vacation, spend some money on yourself. Otherwise, life is not worth living. Take your vacations, do that, okay? But don't take out a loan for luxuries that you don't need. You don't need that expensive car. Buy a used car. Oh, a new car comes with warranties and everything. Have you ever tried to go through a warranty process with a new car dealer? It's a pain in the butt. Just buy a used car. Buy a used car. Get the value for the money, okay? Buy a used car. It's so much cheaper. Don't lease, don't finance, just buy a used car. All right? Nobody cares what you drive. All right? As long as it gets you from point A to point B, that's all that matters. And, you know, buy it for cash if you can. Save up the money and buy it. If you don't have that Starbucks coffee, calculate how much it is. Put a budget on your Excel spreadsheet. I've been using an Excel spreadsheet for 17 years. I can go back every month for 17 years and see exactly how much I spent. I have it all. And I have a macros in there. So I put in, it knows how much I spend every month on utilities, food, entertainment. I've categorized everything, miscellaneous expenses, vacations. So I already know what I need to live for the next 50 years. I know how much I need. I know how much I spend on medical a year. because that's not a monthly thing. That's a one-off thing. So every year it's averaging out how much I spend on medical, how much I spend on clothes, how much I spend on haircuts, how much I spend on glasses, because those things you don't remember, right? But if you put it into this Excel spreadsheet, you remember it at the end of the year. And you can calculate that year over year over year. And then you can figure out how much do I actually need to live, right? And then what I'm doing is, instead of, like most retirement plans, is you save up like $1 million and then you start taking away from the million. I'm living off the interest. I've put in a plan where I need a certain amount of money, and at 10% interest, that's how much I'm going to live off of. And 10% is what the average interest rate is going to be in Sri Lanka for the next little while. Okay. I actually forgot to look at current interest rates in Sri Lanka. So current interest rates in Sri Lanka are right now running at 14% for 5 months. That's pretty good at the finance center. And best rate is 11.46 for 3 months at the bank. So I'm definitely going to put my money in. Even 1 month at the finance center is 12.65. 2 years is 12.69. So I think I'm going to put in a huge amount for 2 years at 12.69. Yeah, I'm going to go to the finance center, 12.69% interest for 2 years. Because even if the rate drops to 10%, that's going to be a good deal for me. I'm locking in that rate for 2 years. Maybe, or maybe 12.5 for 1 year. Yeah, 12.5 for 1 year. 0.19% is not going to make a big difference over the course of a year. So 12.5 for 1 year. I feel safer. Well, not safer. Interest rates are not going to go up. They're going to stay down. So between a 5-month plan and a 2-year plan, or even a 1-year plan, 2%. There's the thing, is like, you got to predict what's going to happen, and the interest rates are going to go down. Inflation is down from 70% to 4%. Okay, cost of living is still high. Interest rates are still high. You know, taxes are gone up. The VAT, value-added tax, has gone up to 18% from 15%. So everything is up, but that is the austerity measures that are required for this plan to go into effect and reduce the deficit, the IMF. So it is. All right. So that's my plan, is to put that money away, earn interest, and live off that. Hey guys, I see that there are a few of you on here. So please, if you are on the live feed, say hi. Let me know where you're calling from. Hey Dad, what's up? You can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use my shoes. You like those, eh? You know what?
One.
Yeah, go out and pick up a pair of like those today. And Mom, get the thick soles, okay? Because if he's walking, he needs a lot of padding in there. And those are
for walking. He has to talk.
Yeah, but these are just,
okay,
you know, okay, these are just.
Go.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Say like and
subscribe.
What? Say what?
Like and subscribe, guys. Bye bye.
Okay. Say bye, Dad.
Bye bye.
All right.
Now go. Not for you. Oh.
All right. Mom and Dad are great. All right. So they are headed into the city. Mom needs to find some mozzarella. She wants to find some mozzarella to make lasagna. So let's go check the bread maker in a minute when mom and dad leave. Let's go check the bread maker. So yeah, financially, what you should do is you should start saving right away. Instead of going out for that dinner and spending $100, put that in the bank. Sacrifice for 5 years when you're in your 20s and 30s, which will set you up for success so quickly. They don't teach you this in school. Why don't they teach you this in school? Because they want you working and slaving away at a 9 to 5, paying your taxes, putting your money in the bank so that they can make money. The banks make money off of you by selling your savings. Okay, if you don't know that, then you need to finance. You put money in the bank then takes that money and then loans it out to somebody else, and they give you a little bit of interest, and they charge that person a higher interest, and they make all the money. That's the way it works. So let me go check the bread. I'll be right back. I forgot I could have taken you guys with me. I just realized after I walked halfway over there that, oh, wait a minute, I'm on the mobile, not on the desktop. So save your money, invest in secured deposits, okay? Long-term, high interest, zero fees. Got to remember those fees. And then you got to watch out for the taxes. Now, the other thing that you should do is invest in property. Don't buy a house, mortgage it. And then you can do one of two things. If you live at home with your parents, stay at home with your parents and help them with their mortgage, okay? Or live in an apartment and rent out the basement and have like a here's the thing, all right? If you're young, you're single, you don't have a family or anything like that, you save $50,000 by the time you're 25 years old, and you buy a house with a cash deposit, okay? And you get the shortest mortgage that you can get. You get a 4-bedroom or a 3-bedroom with a finished basement, not a new house, an older house, okay? An older house, okay? You get near a university or near the city, close to a subway station, get an older house, okay? Big older house with 3 or 4 bedrooms and a finished basement, or 3 bedrooms with a finished basement that you can turn into a bedroom. And then you live in one room, and then you rent out the 3 or 4 other bedrooms to your friends, your guy friends, okay? And a cash deal, right? You're already all friends. And then there you go, you're paying your mortgage, okay? Now you're living rent-free, okay? You're building equity in a house, all right? In 5 years, you sell that house, okay? You take the money you earned from that house and you buy another house or a bigger house or an investment property, and you just keep rolling that. And the thing is that there's no work in this. There's no work involved. It's just natural progression, okay? You keep saving money, You keep buying houses. You should be buying a house every 5 years. Okay? You should be buying a house every 5 years if you don't flip your house. Okay? You can retire by the time you're 40 if you act smart from the time you're 20. If you sacrifice for the first 5 years of your work life and you save money, I mean, there's ways around it, right? By, being an entrepreneur, starting your own business and doing all of that, but there's risk in that, okay? There is risk in that. And, 9 times out of 10, you will fail and you'll lose money and you'll have to start all over again. And then finally you will succeed, okay? Or you might succeed. Don't look at all of these online, oh, follow me and I'll give you the secrets. There are no secrets. I'm not giving you any secrets. I'm just giving you the reality. The reality is we have to live within the system that we have. And the system is a capitalist system where you work for money, okay? And that is the guaranteed way of making money, is to work for it. Get a good education, find a good job. Okay, a good job that is in demand, that people are willing to pay you for an honest day's work. So I'm not talking about a corporate job. Those things, what happens is you get fired and laid off and crap. There's the bread maker starting. Let's go see why it's beeping. I know I made a mistake with this thing. It's making noises. Oh, it's kneading. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's kneading the dough. That's really cool. But I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to make a loaf. The way it's kneading the dough. Yeah, this is going to come out. This is going to come out funny. And I'm going to post a picture in the YouTube posts for you guys to see what it looks like after the fact. So, yeah. Anyway, so what was I going to say about find a job where you're happy to go to work and that you make a decent wage. Don't worry about your future. Worry about earning a decent wage now, right? And now I come from a different generation. I haven't worked a real job in 20 years, okay? But when I worked, there was loyalty. You stayed at the same company for life, and you got pension and all of that beautiful stuff. Take advantage of their stock offerings where you buy $1 worth of stock and they will match it. Put it into your retirement plan. Do that. It's free money. Free. Do it. Take every advantage of everything you can get. Get every point card that you can that gives you cash back. Even if it's $5 a year, after 5 years, it's $25. That's free money. Always take free money. I enter every online contest I can. I get free stuff all the time. I got a $12 gift card, a credit card. I used it to buy a pizza. That's $12, and I didn't have to spend my money. I did an online contest recently, just for the hell of it. I used ChatGTP to write an 800-word essay, okay, on my positive experiences as a teacher in Korea. I won third prize, $500 Canadian. I said, what the heck? It took me 5 minutes to do that. Now, not everybody does that, right? Not everybody can do that, and it takes time out of your day. But if you can monetize every minute of your day, instead of sitting and watching TV, scroll the internet and find stuff to make money, okay? While you're watching TV, that could be something you can do, right? If you can be making money all the time, Why not? Sacrifice a few years of your life, okay? Get the 8 hours of sleep you need, but sacrifice a little bit, okay? Because the reward is when you're 40 years old, you can retire to a beach somewhere and have income coming in to pay for your life on a beach. I wish I did this. I'm 55 now. I wish I did it 15 years ago. I could have, but I was just too lazy. So those are the mistakes I made. I was too lazy. Don't get into credit card debt. Don't get into a housing debt. Don't do all of that stuff. Don't buy a house that's bigger than what you need. Don't buy a new house. Buy a used house. Buy an older house. You're only going to live there a few years. You're not going to grow a family there. Okay? And housing prices always go up. Okay? And even if there's a market crash, if the house is cheap, you'll survive. Well, especially if you're in Canada, all right? Especially if you're Canadian like I am. Now, I am looking, when my brother comes next week, we are going to be looking at a commercial property where the downstairs is a company, a shop, and then the top floors are residential. And we're not talking luxury, we're talking working class people. Because if they can't afford it, I have 150 other people who can, right? If you buy a luxury condo, your market is much cheaper, much lower. Because you have 20 condos in that apartment that are being rented out by people like me. And each one of them is looking to get that one person who's looking at that whole building. Oh, I'm looking for an apartment in this building. How many units do you have for rent? We have 20 units for rent. Oh, which one is the cheapest? Ah, this one. Okay, I'll take that one. Which one is the highest floor, the cheapest? South facing, that one. Okay, I'll take that one. Because they're all identical units. Okay? If you buy a working class apartment block, 4 units, 10 units, right? You're going to have families looking for a place to live every single day. You're going to have people knocking on your door. Do you have vacancy? Can you put me on a waiting list? Working people need a place to stay, okay? All right, and they're always looking. They're always looking. And I'm not a slumlord, but we'll be doing something like that. You have commercial anchor in the bottom and residential up top, right? In a working class neighborhood. So you don't have to worry about luxury. You don't have to worry about anything. You just have to worry about maintenance, okay? And the value of the property goes up, especially now in the depressed economy in Sri Lanka right now. Everybody's looking to get out. Foreign money coming in. If you're liquid, you can make so much money in Sri Lanka. So much money. So much money. Short term, we might even invest in a tourist property. Short term, not sure. That's something very risky because the next COVID is just going to wipe out that industry. Well, not really, because we've been through COVID, so everybody knows what to do. So nobody's really scared of it, and we'll plow through it. But who knows what the airline industries and what the borders will do. And if they close down the borders, then you have no tourists, right? So tourism in Sri Lanka over the last year has increased by $1 billion over 1 year. In the first week of January, 25,000 people landed in Sri Lanka. 25,000. You multiply that by 52, and obviously it'll go higher than that. $1.3 million. That's a huge amount. 1.3 million, each person spends hundreds and hundreds of dollars in cash for their 1 week stay that they come. We're not talking hotel and stuff. We're talking about like money that they buy stuff on the streets and stuff like that. That's billions of foreign cash coming into the country. So we're on track to make some good money this year, 2024 and 2025. So what can you do in your life? Well, get a decent job, leverage yourself. I'm going to talk about in a video that I'm going to make. I'm going to talk about working. Yeah, I'm writing that down. Working life. What not to do in corporate world, right? Yeah, what not to do in the corporate world, such as like, oh, can you work late? Oh yeah, I'll work late. I'll do this. I'll do no. Quiet quitting, that kind of thing. I mean, that's normal now, but I see people doing it all the time from when they were like juniors, like working. I remember when I was working like 14, 15, 16, as a teenager, you had fears of getting fired and stuff like that. Don't worry about it anymore. As a freelancer, pest. You guys will love the video how I quit. It's just beautiful. It's lovely. I love how I make less per hour, but I keep my sanity. I don't have any stress. I always have stress in December, and then it always works out in January, February, because my contracts end and then they start up again. And I'm going to talk about that in my next video. So yeah, the reality is that you need to sacrifice early. Now, the next point is family. This is something that I will give you my personal opinion, but it's up to you to decide how you want to do it, okay? Families cost money, and as a man, it's the most expensive expense you can ever make. Having a family will cost you in the end, okay? There's a spider's web on there. What the heck did that spider's web come from on my microphone? In the event of a breakup of the relationship, because 60% of relationships always break up. So you're going to be the big loser. I am adamantly against having children and marriage. That's my personal opinion. I see no benefit. Okay. The government pushes you to have children and get married because it's in their best interest. That's why they give you tax breaks. That's why they give you this and give you that. All right. That's why they push towards the family, because it's building a generation of tax recipients. Okay. It's always in their benefit. That's why they give tax breaks to families, because they're generating income. You're spending more. Okay. They give discounts to families because you're generating more income. Okay. There's ways as a single person where you can reduce your taxes. Okay. You just have to learn how to do it. They don't teach you this in school because it's not in your benefit. It's not in the government's benefit to teach you how to be profitable. That's why they don't teach you finances in school. That's why they don't teach you about credit cards. That's why they don't teach you about voting. So they don't teach you about important things. 55 years old, and I still know the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the two sides. I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cells. How has that ever helped me in my life? Never in my life have I ever used that, but it's still stuck in my head 55 years later. But only recently have I learned how to manage and manipulate my income to benefit me and taxes. Okay. because they don't teach you that in school. These are things you have to learn later in life, okay? And you have to be lucky to learn them later in life. That's why they only teach you those things at prestigious universities, because they want those elite to learn how to do it. Only the few learn how to do it. So they have the control over the many. All right, so it's, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying that this is the reality of the world we live in. Just look at what you're doing and why you're doing it. And look at me. I have education, I have experience. I could work in any big company in a career and make 6 figures, but I don't, because of the stress, because of the drama and the stress. Number one, the stress. Here, I'm a freelancer. I work when I want. I don't work when I don't want. I'm taking a month off, and the parents are like, oh, and I'm like, and the manager's like, Sam has to take time off. You know, he doesn't live in Korea. Sorry, his family doesn't live in Korea. He's going to visit them. It's difficult for him to coordinate his family time and his work time. He tried to schedule, but he can't. So he's going to take time for himself and recharge so that he can come back. And the parents don't like it, but I'll lose a couple contracts, but I'll gain them all back when I come back. I won't make money while I'm on vacation. I'll lose a couple $1,000s, but that's a vacation. I want that vacation. I want to be able to get up in the morning and go, what am I going to do today? Nothing. I'm going to sit on the beach and drink. Right? Now, I am going to have some classes in the mornings because those classes will happen at like 6 a.m., which is very easy for me to do. I'll make a couple bucks. No worries there. Okay? I can do classes in the morning. But I'm not going to do any other. The final week that I'm in Thailand, I will be teaching because there's not going to be anybody around. So I don't mind that. It gives me something to do while I'm on vacation. Right? Otherwise, I'll just sit around and I'll be bored by myself because I'm there by myself. But when my friends are there, I want to hang out with them. That's going to be the fun thing. And I'm glad that my friends are coming. I planned this vacation to invite friends to come. I reached out to certain people who I wanted to come. I said, please think about joining. I have 1 month. You can pick anything. Mom just sent me a message. I have to send her the invoice for my t-shirts. I got some swag made for Thailand. It's going to be so much fun to get that. I got some stickers made and some t-shirts made. Sri Lankan Sammy VIP party crew. I think that's going to be fun with my logo on it. And so eventually my supporters and sponsors are going to get access to swag. Sponsors are going to get it for free. Supporters, you're going to get a good discount on that as well. So keep an eye out for that coming in, let's say April. We're going to get some of those done in April. I'm going to see how they look, how they go over, any suggestions from you guys and from my friends, and we'll see what's going on there. So financially, what should you do? You should save every single penny you can. Get points cards, get cashback cards. Don't buy things on credit. Don't pay interest. Don't finance. Buy something on a credit card, pay it off right away. Get the points on your credit card, right? So like, let's say you want to buy a $5,000 something, right? And you say, okay, I'll just split that over 3 months and I'll pay the interest. Why do that? Why not save the money for 3 months? Okay. 3 months, save the money for 2 months. And in the second month, buy it on the credit card. Now you have the third month money, pay it all off. get the points, cashback points. You paid 0 interest and you just had to wait 2 months, right? Doesn't that make more financial sense? You don't need the TV today, okay? You don't need the massage chair today. You don't need the massage chair at all. It's a nice to have. It's not a need to have. You'll start using it every single day for the first little while, and then you'll use it once a week, if that. Trust me on it. I see people have it in their house when I was in Korea. Oh, do you like it? Yeah, but I never use it. After a few months, you stop using it. Trust me on these things. It's a nice to have. It's not a need to have. You're surviving right now without it, right? Just don't. I wanted to go buy a drone this weekend. I looked at it and looked at it and said, you know what? Never going to use it. I had a drone. I don't even know where it is now. I think I may have left it in Philippines. I don't know where it is. I've been looking and looking for it everywhere. Maybe I left it in Korea. I don't know where it is. Maybe I did leave it in Korea. I don't know. I doubt it I left it in Korea. That apartment I stayed in Korea was a mess. Ugh, what a waste of money that was. Anyway, save your money, put it in the bank, earn interest, earn points. Don't finance things. Don't pay interest to people. Okay? Do things where it's cash. Do things where you get paid. Do things where you earn money. Okay? Points cards, loyalty cards, gas cashback. You have to buy gas. Get a loyalty points card. Earn points on that. You are going to take vacations. Get a points card for your local air carrier. Okay? Use those points. Whatever it is you do, try to get as many loyalty points from one vendor. Don't eat out. Don't order in. Brown bag it. Don't buy Starbucks. Instant coffee is just as good as regular coffee. Now, I splurged and got a machine. You guys saw that. But that's because, you know, and I buy bags of bean coffee. But, you know, that's different. I'm in a different place right now. But I drank instant coffee for years. Okay? So just go down that road. I'm not saying eat ramen. Okay? Eat healthy. Take care of yourself. Maintain your health. Don't go to a gym. Don't buy a gym membership. Exercise at home. YouTube, how to exercise at home for free. Okay? Like $100 a month at a gym membership is $1,000 a year. At 10% interest, that's an extra $100 a year that you could be making. In 5 years, that's $500 that you will earn, plus compound interest. It's ridiculous what you can think of. If you think of, oh, it's only $100 a month. But when you amortize that over 5 or 10 years, it's a huge amount of money that can be earning money for you. The rich people make money because they invest their money, and their money makes them money. Okay, so here's oh, my friend is watching live and just emailed me. Just a second. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Miss B, for emailing me. I appreciate that. It's good to hear from you. Financially, how do rich people make money? Well, they take advantage of the tax laws, okay? And we don't do that because we don't have the funds to be able to hire tax attorneys and tax accountants to do that for us, to build and layer our taxes and our income. Why do you think rich people hire their families? It's called wealth transfer, okay? So if I wanted to give money to my kids, there's an inheritance tax. The government takes a portion. But if I pay my kids a salary, they get under 18, they don't pay income tax, okay? Over 18, if it reaches a certain threshold, they don't pay tax, right? So let's say, for example, you have kids. They're 2 years old, 3 years old. They're cognizant. You can start a company. You register a company for $50. And this company has to be legit. You have to actually do something, okay? And what you do is you are a consulting company on children's toys. And you go buy a toy for your kids to play with, or food, or diapers, or whatever. And now what you do is you test them out on your kids. You pay your kids. That money goes into a trust. That trust is non-taxable. Your kids earn income. As children, under your trust, they don't pay tax. You're transferring your wealth to your kids. People always say, oh, start an education fund, but that's still your money being taxed and going into a fund. If you use your money to fund the company, okay, you can write that off as a business expense. Number one. Number two, the income that you transfer from your pay, your savings, to your children is tax-free. Becomes their money. It goes into a trust, which you can draw on because you're the trustee. You can take a loan against the trust. Why don't they teach you this in school? It's totally illegal. That's why you see Trump and all these guys hiring their kids. Not for any other reason but wealth transfer. Okay? Then, like, you publish reports, nobody buys them. I mean, if maybe you're lucky, maybe your company does well. But you're not in it to make money, you're in it to lose money, because if you lose money, it goes against your taxes. Year after year after year. All these people don't pay taxes, these rich people, because they lose money and then they offset that against their taxes when they do make money. Come on, it's just math, legal math. And you need an accountant to figure out how to do this, or to show you how to legally do it. And you need to pay an accountant to do this, okay? And if you can find an accountant who's willing to set it up and do it for you for a good price, do it. It's perfectly legal, okay? And now your company is losing money, right? Those losses go against your earned income tax, okay? And you get a huge refund at the end of the year, okay? Your family is your business. Your home is your office, and you write off part of that against your taxes, your property taxes, all of that. All of these things are perfectly legal to do, okay? There's ways to use loans to your advantage as well. Equity loans. You take out a loan against your house, but then you use that loan and you invest it in a guaranteed certificate that's earning 10%. The loan is only 7%. You're earning 3% profit. Okay. People, oh, mutual funds are the safest. Yeah, but you have fees. You have fees every year. Okay, so you gotta be careful when they say you can make money this way. Stay out of speculation, crypto, and all that stuff. Forget that crap. Forget that crap. You're gonna go down that road. Make sure you go down that road legitimately. Don't follow what everybody else does. When everybody else is buying, you should be selling. When everyone is selling, you should be buying. You should always have liquid cash on hand to take advantage of a market devaluation. Buy gold. And I don't mean gold in gold bars and stuff like that. Open a bank account that's pegged to the gold, okay, or silver. It's always rising, guaranteed, no problem. And it's liquid. And you can withdraw it in any country in the world. The other thing is offshore, perfectly legal. There's nothing illegal about moving money offshore if you've already paid taxes on it. Here's the thing. The biggest scam is government says, save your money, put it in the bank and save your money and we'll pay you. And the banks will pay you, but the government will tax you on your profit. Oh, put the money in the savings and put it in a mutual fund, but the government will tax you. Take that money legally, move it out of the country to Singapore. Move it out of the country to Belize. Open a bank account, Costa Rica, wherever in the world that you choose to, and you pay 0% interest, taxes. You'll earn money and you pay 0% tax. Why should you pay the government more money on money you've already paid taxes on? Okay? Because it's earned income. If you can save 5% a year for 25 years, that's a huge amount of money. That cuts time off. Every penny you save reduces the date of your retirement. Think about that. When I signed this new contract in March with this company, crossing my fingers on this new contract. When I signed that new contract, right now my retirement date is October, November of this year. When I signed that contract, boom, 2 months off my retirement date immediately. And if that contract renews in the summer, again, another 2 months off my retirement date. That's how it works. That's how you should set your goal. What is my retirement date? Based on how much money I can save in the bank. Every penny I save, that retirement date reduces. It shouldn't be how much money am I getting. It should be what you should be looking at. The goal is, when can I retire? Not how much money, when can I retire? When can I take the stress of having to get up in the morning away from me? There is the secret. That's the secret, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, animals of all flavors. Guys, it's been a while. I want to say thank you very much. Let's go take a look at the bread before we end this beautiful, beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Let me take you outside and show you. Oh, hey, it's cooking. It looks like 2 loaves. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's fogged up a little bit, but I'm gonna post a picture later about what it looks like and how it turned out. So that is a Black & Decker bread maker that Mom bought. I don't know what she's talking about when she said it 2 years ago. I wasn't even in this country 2 years ago, okay? Hello, doggy. This is my doggy. Hello, doggy. Hey. So it is a beautiful, beautiful day in Jayala. Let's take a look at the sky today. Oh, look at that. How can you not love this? Look at that. The internet is not that bad out here. All right, guys, I want to say thank you again for joining us on this beautiful Saturday. I want you to remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. All right? Be good to each other. Be happy, be healthy, be safe. I am Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Wishing you guys a great day. We'll see you all on the other side. Thank you, Lady B, for joining. We'll talk to you soon.